homesteaders and health nuts. Today we're going to make raw chocolate cupcakes with nettle frosting. We're having some people over tomorrow to go foraging for nettles, and I thought how fun to have these little raw cupcakes for them and celebrate the nettle frosting. This is my favorite pan for raw treats because it's small and the bottom pops out. So I am substituting walnuts for pecans because I think pecans go really well with chocolate. And I'm looking at that coffee. I might add just a touch of coffee to it too. I'll keep you posted. I gave the pecans and sunflower seeds a pulse to break them down a little. Added the coconut oil, dates, cacao powder, cinnamon. Wow. And I'm going to add a little vanilla. I added a little espresso powder. We're going to blend this up. And I actually doubled the recipe. I ended up adding more dates because I didn't have the medjool dates, or however you pronounce that. And so in the food processor, it will incorporate the moisture from the dates and the coconut oil. And this is your cake batter. And now I'm going to do little clumps and put them into the tray. One of the pro tips I have here for you is after you've used the spoon to disperse this and kind of tap it down in, grab yourself a spice container, wash it off good, because then you're going to be tapping it down in here like that, and that'll help compact it nicely for adding another layer on top of it. I don't know how many of you know this, but I was actually a raw foodist for 3 years, and I have my certification from Regeneration Raw and Heal Yourself Institute with Andrea McNinch as a raw food chef. So these are like some of my favorite things to make. Even though I'm a total carnivore now, I still enjoy these desserts that are super healthy, packed full of good fats, and don't have any refined sugars because I have such a sweet tooth. So here we go. These are all tapped in, and I'm gonna show you one of these. So this is why I love these trays. You just go like this, you pop them out, you take that bottom piece off, and then you add whatever, that's how you get them out at the end, but you can add whatever layer you want on top, and you can put them in the freezer. And these are my favorite trays to work with for raw foods. So we just came outside to forage some stinging nettles. I don't know if it really counts as foraging if it's literally in your front yard, but this patch and that patch doesn't really need to be there. So let me put my gloves on, and we're actually going to try to take some of this out by the root. But I need 2 cups because I'm doubling the recipe for the stinging nettle frosting. I've completely overfilled my container. I probably have closer to 4 or 5 cups, but that's all right. I will just throw what I'm not going to use in the dehydrator, and I can use that in smoothies later. So I just put the 2 cups of stinging nettles into boiling water for 2 minutes, and I didn't have any coconut cream, so I took just normal shredded coconut, and that's how you make coconut cream. You put it in the blender. So I put it in the blender with the lemon, I added a little vanilla to the recipe, and I also added the maple syrup. I'm going to add a little bit more maple syrup than what the recipe calls for, but I'm going to add our food coloring, our all-natural superfood food coloring to give us our green nettle frosting. We just frosted the raw brownies and got some violet petals and flowers because that's what it showed on the website I got this recipe from. So I thought we'd try that. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. I can't. So when these come out, you can either leave them just like this, or you can fix the frosting on them. But that little, there we go. That little piece comes off the bottom. There you go. We'll use our knife and fix that a little bit more, but voila. We'll give Jason the taste test. We have our guinea pig here. There you go, Jason. He said he wanted dessert. Tell me what you think.
What is it?
It's
pretty.
Thank you. It's a raw brownie with coconut, lemon, stinging nettle frosting, and violet flowers.
I picked the flowers.
Thank you for picking the flowers. I picked the nettle.
Is it gonna sting my tongue?
No, it's been blanched and also in the Vitamix, and each one of those processes in and of itself breaks down the barbs and stops the stinging nettle.
Like
So-
golden girls?
What? So the brownie, we're gonna put that in quotes because really?
Golden.
No, does it need to be chilled so it
Yeah.
solidifies a little bit more?
It comes together as a little folly party, but
Yeah.
that's good.
Thank you. Jason's used to my raw treats, so
Sometimes they're bad.
like the pawpaw one was bad. I'll admit that, but generally they're good. So this has
There's nuts in it, right?
yes, it has pecans and pumpkin seeds for the nuts, and dates and cacao powder, a little bit of coconut oil for the base.
I like the color.
The color,
really
I was
cool.
thinking, I wish these were available for St. Patrick's Day, but the stinging nettles don't come up that early in Michigan. But maybe when we're in Tennessee, we can make these.
It doesn't taste nettly at all.
No, it doesn't. That's one reason I was curious to try these, because when we sauteed the nettles with the onions and bacon grease, it totally took on that flavor.
It's very rich.
It's
very good.
very rich because there's a lot of coconut and coconut
Yeah, it'll
oil.
be better when it gets colder.
Yeah.
It'll hold together better. But the flavor is really good.
Thank you. Make sure to like and subscribe.